Hey everybody, HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with MegaGargomon. Yeah, I'm going to double Typhoon with a more casual built deck for many of you who are going to probably ask. And I'm actually quite okay with this being just a casual deck that I play around with because um, a lot of the Gargomon stuff basically has now become let's play Rapidmon X or just play Yellow Vaccine with the Rapidmon builds and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna focus more so on this, just focusing on its colors of green, black, and yellow. Talking about a lot of the cards that this deck definitely can benefit from. It has some utilities with. So I'm very much going to enjoy having this lineup because hell yeah, this is an awesome lineup. If I do say so myself, I am very much did not expect myself to actually build Gargomon, but I did wait till the whole thing was out. I bought like 2 decks and I should have bought 3, but 2 was fine, and then I just picked up cards here and there to put, excuse me, into the deck so I can build the deck up. So I know there's stuff coming in, was it BT17. I got a little bit of stuff from BT16. The Alliance build, I don't have like, Alliance doesn't seem like a thing I would personally focus on, so I'm just going to put that out there now. And I'm basically just focusing on what I have to construct that. So there are a lot of builds, there are a lot of things, and I can talk about them when I go through the deck itself. So, with that said, let's go ahead and go through this deck. So, starting off with the Digitama, I'm running 4 copies of Gummymon from ST17. Then we're going to go into the main deck itself. I have 4 copies of Terriermon from ST17. Then this Terriermon is followed by BT16's Terriermon X. Then I'm running 3 copies of Terriermon from EX4, who is followed by 3 copies of Terriermon from BT3, and then 2 copies of Terriermon from BT8. So those are all of my Terriermon. Yeah, that's a lot of Terriermon. I know. I'm running to that. Trust me. So from there, we go on into our level 4s, the champions, and funny enough, these are all armor forms. 4 copies of Golden Rapidmon from BT8, with 4 copies of Golden Rapidmon from ST17. Then to follow up with that, I'm running 4 copies of Structure Deck 17's Rapidmon, regular Rapidmon, the level 5. And then, of course, we're going to move on to the only 6 in the deck, and that is our boy MegaGargomon Ace in 4 copies. Alright, so that is it for my Digimon. Now we go on into the Tamers. For just 1 second. I need to switch these sleeves because these sleeves are getting very slick. And I don't want to use the extra pack because these are some really cute sleeves. I'll show them in a minute. But I'm running 3 copies of Wallace from BT8, and then the 3 copies of Henry Wong from BT8. EX2. Sorry, this is not Wallace. These are not 4 copies of Wallace from BT8. These are 3 copies, and there are 3 copies of Henry Wong from EX2. Alright, and now for the option cards, we have, of course, 4 copies of Double Typhoon from Structure Deck 17, as well as 4 copies of Giant Missile from Structure Deck 17, and then 4 copies of promo card Agility Training. So that is pretty much it, you guys, for the options and basically the deck overall. So why don't we go ahead and I go through my explanations of things. So Gummymon is up first. So you don't have to run Gummymon. You can run, I think it's Niaramon from BT15. The one that if you suspend this Digimon, it gains 1000 DP. So it's a really good card for decks that do focus on suspending. My deck does focus on suspending, but I also like to. I have a very weird mixture of things because I do. If I have Niaramon, I think I have Niaramon, but if I wanted to, I could just switch Niaramon out. I think it's Niaramon. Someone in the comment section will correct me, but I think it's Nyaramon, or I think it's one of the other Green Beast Digimon from that set. And I think I have it, or I think I have BT. Oh, no, I have BT 14's Green Digimon, which was Tanamon. But yeah, it's the one from BT 15. You can slot this in for if you just want a Digimon that gets suspended with DP when it's suspended. Other than that, this Gummymon just helps you draw cards while you have a Green Tamer and you're attacking. Now, from there, we're gonna go ahead and go into our level 3s, our rookies. I say champions. So I'm running 4 copies of Structure Deck 17's Terriermon. Free Digivolve on the Green Digitama, as well as any Digimon with Gummymon. Now, here's the thing about this one: you can play a Green Tamer from your hand, or a level 3 Digimon with Lopmon in its name from your hand, with a reduced cost of 2. Now, if you're going to play the Alliance engine, I highly recommend this because this brings out Lopmon, and most Lopmon do have the ability to do Alliance. So this would definitely be a great combination to play around with. The other thing about this is it's inheritable, which is all turns if the Digimon is suspended, it gains 1 KDP. So this can make a really good blocker jump for some of your Digimon, which I'll talk about later. But it's a really good combination with Alliance as well. I have not built an Alliance variant of my Terriermon deck. Maybe I'll eventually build a Terriermon deck to focus on Alliance, while some of the cards are still accessible. I think the only one that isn't is it's Cherubimon Ace. I have to get Cherubimon Aces. So I'm still banking on that. But this is basically who I'm running for the Forza because it brings out my Tamers. The next one is, of course, Terriermon X from BT16. So it can Digivolve off of a Gummymon or a Terriermon for 0. And luckily enough, it can Digivolve off of a Digitama that's green for 0. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Rapidmon or a Gargomon, in a card with Gargomon or Rapidmon in its name, it reduces the Digivolution cost by 1. So this can easily cheat out some of your Gargomon. I don't know what the specific rulings are on it, but I believe this is still treated as a Terriermon, but it's of a different class. So you can still Digivolve with a reduced cost from Rapidmon into Terriermon, so that makes things a lot easier. So I don't know exactly if that's true. I'll have to ask that ruling just in case, because I'm kind of still new to a lot of the rulings and stuff with Digimon, because I play certain decks, so I don't know. But, yeah, so I do run the 4 Terriermon X's because it helps with the reduction cost. It's another free draw because you can drop this on top of a Terriermon, and I'm running a whole bunch of Terriermon, so... then it also has the ability of, when your turn, if Digimon has Gargomon or Rapidmon in its name, it gains Piercing. So I do believe that the Gargomon, various forms of Gargomon and various forms of Rapidmon can swing for Piercing as well. More questions I have to ask. Anyway, I'm going to move on from them, and then we're going to talk about Terriermon from EX4. So on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck to add 1 2-color green Digimon and 1 Tamer with Henry Wong in its name to your hand, and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. When Alliance suspends one of your opponent's your Digimon, the Digimon can Digivolve into a 2-color green Digimon from your hand, where the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. So that's not too bad if you're playing dual color and you're playing Alliance builds. I mainly use this Terriermon to help me fish out for my dual colors, as well as searching out for my Henry Wong, so that I can have Henry Wong on the field as soon as possible. Still, great Terriermon. Great setup for a deck like this, because you do have a lot of dual color. Or for any of the dual color Terriermon decks. Moving on from there, we have Terriermon from BT8. On play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and then add 1 Digimon with Gargomon or Rapidmon in its name to your hand, and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. It's just another searcher. You can easily play this off of Double Typhoon. And then we have of course, the Floodgate Terriermon, where your opponent cannot gain memory outside of the effects of of Tamers, which is perfectly fine because there are still a lot of those that do it. There are still Digimon that give memory boost, but this is what shuts them down. So that's how you can get over. That's how it is. But most people are playing a bunch of Tamers now, so you have to find those means. But it at least shuts down the Digimon memory game. Alright, so... Digimon and option cards. So, that's it for all of my Digitama. Now we're going to go ahead and move straight into our Golden Armor Digimon. Golden Armor Energized, as it's said here in America. So we have Rapidmon, Golden Rapidmon, Digivolves of a Terriermon for a cost of 3, has the Armor Purge, and when Digivolving, for each of your tamers, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon that are suspended, gain minus 5k DP. This is a great way to flesh out the board and deal with issues of Digimon on the field, blockers, just suspending Digimon, basically. This is why I do run the Terriermon to put a Tamer onto the field as soon as possible. Trying to get a lot of the cards that'll help me get to the Tamers as soon as possible, because that way, when I do Digivolve into this Rapidmon, then I can start suspending things, or I can, for the number of my tamers that are on the field, I can suspend stuff and then reduce DP. It's probably why Yellow Vaccine likes slaying these Rapidmon, because they focus on DP reduction, and Yellow Vaccine and Yellow Security loves focusing on that. It's a really good tactic for those decks if you're building them. The next one up is my 4 copies of Rapidmon from the actual structure deck. And this can be Digivolved off of a Terriermon for a cost of 3 as well. But this one, unlike this one right here, this is a blocker. And the crazy thing about it is that this is an amazing blocker, because 7k DP, Armor Purge, so it can protect, it can go back to the Terriermon it was. But also, once a turn, when this Digimon becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of their security Digimon will get minus 4k DP. So while it's suspended, then the other Digimon in the security, and then one of the Digimon on the field will lose 4k DP. So you can get rid of little, Russians, you can roll some blockers, you can weaken down some Digimon, as well as when you're sending that security, you can deal with some issues there. Now, unlike this one, this Digimon does have a inheritable, where if it's suspended, it gains 1k DP. So, yeah, another benefit to security into the suspended setup for this deck. So, those are my golden armors. And then, of course, we have regular Rapidmon. Now, I'm choosing to run the regular Rapidmon because I actually like this Rapidmon's effect. It can Digivolve off of a Rapidmon or a level 4 Gargomon. Level 4 Gargomon or Rapidmon for a cost of 3. So that's not too hard there. Plus, with the inheritables, I believe, the Digivolving costs as well. But this Digimon's on player when Digivolving. You can de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. And then, if you have a green tamer in play until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon cannot be deleted by your opponent's effects and cannot return to your hand or deck either. So it's a good option in setup card to block a lot of those effects that do those, because there's a lot of them that send to the bottom of the deck. There's cards that send to the hand, so this Rapidmon gets over that, as well as the fact that this Rapidmon can come in and have that protection automatically, and de-Digivolve a Digimon, which can be beneficial. The other ability that this card has is this inheritable, which is all turns. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, you may trash the top card of their security. So this helped out with, of course, the Ace monster in this deck, who I'll get into very shortly. But these are the Rapidmon that I choose to play of choice. Kind of because they're the only... There's another Rapidmon, and I think BT17 is getting one. So I haven't looked at those yet, because I'm really not too focused on BT17. Maybe just for the Spirit of Flame stuff, and then like the stuff for Sakuyamon. But that's probably about it. But that's for a different video. Anyway, we're going to move on and go into, of course, the ace of the deck, and that literally is the ace. MegaGargomon X, Mirage, MegaGargomon Ace. I said Mirage Gargomon. Actually, that's a whole different Digimon itself. Because in Japan, this is called Saint Gargomon. Saint Gargomon Ace. So this Digimon can Digivolve off of a Rapidmon for a cost of 5. Now, here's the thing about this. Because this Digimon can Digivolve off of a Rapidmon, you can use the golden Rapidmons to then become this Rapidmon. Yes, you can become this Rapidmon by simply, this Gargomon Ace, by simply Digivolving it off of any Rapidmon, because it does not restrict the level. So now, as an ace card, as you know, you can play this card from your hand during your opponent's turn in response to something. So when Blast Digivolving, Digimon has Blocker, Reboot, awesome. When Digivolving, you can suspend two of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then two of their Digimon and Tamers cannot unsuspend until the end of their turn. When Digivolving at the end of the attack, you may unsuspend this Digimon. Then its overflow is a 4. Now, let's just talk about this Gargomon. This Gargomon is awesome. This Gargomon sets has so many different just it's one of the best counters that I've seen for green. Literally because it plays on the suspension, it forces suspension, and then decks like hybrids can't unsuspend through the Digivolution because they can't even Digivolve. Um, because of this Gargomon Ace. It's a really good counteract to a lot of those decks. And I'm actually shocked that no one's playing it. Maybe I just haven't seen the decks that are playing it. But this is a really good ace for green, and this is because it keeps cards suspended, and it's a Blast Digivolution. So it's a really good setup card for that whole lineup. Plus, you can play this all on top of a Gargomon, a Rapidmon with ease, which is something that I do with my deck because my deck does focus on the golden armors and going into the golden Rapidmon. So that's it for the Megas. And now we go on into the Tamers. So I'm just running two of the Tamers. I have Henry Wong and I have Wallace. Wallace is basically here to help me get into my Gargomon, well, my Rapidmons and stuff. That's pretty much right here. I can suspend him to where the cost of the Digivolution of a Digimon Digivolving to a Gargomon or a Rapidmon is reduced by 1. While also, if I already have someone if I already have a Digimon out and I have nothing in the breeding area, when he comes from security, I can just drop him, and then bam, I can hatch the Digimon from the breeding area, so that helps me with getting more Digimon onto the field. Henry Wong is my memory setter. And then he also has the ability that when one of my Digimon with Gargomon or Rapidmon in their name attacks, I can suspend him to suspend a Digimon my opponent has. So I can have another Digimon swing, or I can make that Digimon stun for a turn. So not too bad. Or I can stun a blocker too, which helps out as well, because blockers do make a lot of big appearances, so you can easily take out those. So there is some options for these. I would say Mimi, but I don't have any Tachikawa Mimis, or at least not the good Tachikawa Mimi, because I do gotta go pick her up too, because I'm using her for BT18, BT19 stuff when that comes to America as its special set. So yeah, looking forward to that. Now that's all my Tamers, and of course we go into basically my 3 option cards, which I'm running the 4 of the Double Typhoon, the 4 of the Giant Missile, and the 4 of the Agility Training. I say this for all the training cards. They're really, really good if you're running them in specific decks that focus on just mono color. Which is why I still run the Agility Training in this. It also helps reduce Digivolution costs as well, which is great. And I can pick and choose which cards of that particular color I can get, so that way I can make sure that what I don't need goes to the bottom of the deck, what I do need comes to my hand, and it just helps out with getting the deck itself together. Giant Missile. This is an amazing option card. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, and then the Digimon one of the Digimon can't unsuspend till the end of their turn. It's a great stun. It's a great lockout. Oh, it's an amazing card, and I love the fact that it can activate its effect when it's in the security as well. It's a very heavy cost. This is a cost of 8, but it does so much. It's such a beneficial card. And then we have Double Typhoon, of course, the artwork from the structure deck itself. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck to then add 1 green Digimon and a Tamer from your to your hand, and then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in order, and then place the card in the battle area. Then you can then its delay is to send this card to the trash to play a Terriermon or a Lotmon from your hand without paying the memory cost. Now, one of the biggest things about it is its security effect, which is to suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon in the battle on the field, and then place this card in the battle area. So another card that suspends while also being a beneficial setup card as well. This is, like I said, I love how these cards just, flat out just do stuff. This is why I focus on them. And it tends to be where I go when I want to go for option cards. So I don't want to run too many option cards if it's not needed for the deck itself. So, other than that, as you see, there's no hidden potential discovered. I tried to fit room in the deck for it. I could easily drop maybe a Gargomon Ace. I mean, not a Gargomon Ace, but maybe a giant missile to fit it in. But it's still an option. There are a lot of mini cards you can easily run in this, and various builds that you can run for it as well. But this is just the builds that I'm running, that I'm more comfortable with, and it does so. It's more of a casual deck, if anything. So with that said and done, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my Gargomon deck profile and, you know, the bits and pieces that I have for it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out tremendously. Hit the notification bell, you guys, so you can be informed when I upload more content to my channel. My social media links are in my description box below, and you can check out the playlist for more Digimon deck profiles as well. Thanks everyone for watching. HPJ signing out. Take care.